I was acting as liaison, I still am, but a few years ago acting as liaison between the American bands and the London Parade. They said, hey, how can we make this better? So we've made a list, and every year they check off one of the things on the list. So far we've changed the parade direction, and now instead of starting at Big Ben, it ends at Big Ben, so it has a bigger finish. A bunch of little things like that. But one of the main things was, I said, you know, we have all these bands there, what if they could play something all together? Their eyes bugged out. They said, well, that's not possible. So we worked on it, and we actually did it in Rome on our trip there. We combined 3 or 4 American bands, and we had grown, elderly, mature Italian men in tears at the end. And when the interpreter said, what's wrong? They said, this is the greatest invasion since World War II. Because it was called American Bands in Rome, and we had all these bands play together. So we've done it every year, some version of it. This year, RCC will be placed last in the parade as the grand finale. We'll go up and do our Spider-Man routine, which you saw. Not bad, huh, for a little band? And then we get to stay, and the drum cadence starts up, and the band just changes into a miniature block formation. From behind the big building that's behind us, if you know history at all, it's where Churchill's war cabinet rooms are, in the basement where he spent most of the time at the last year of the war while being bombed. The last 4 bands in the parade are held behind the building. 2 will come from this end, which is Parliament Square. 2 will come down past the opening here, right past his war cabinet rooms. So 2 more bands will add on either side, and we'll combine with 550 players to play a patriotic medley, which is all American, which is great. They love it. Then we're going to separate the giant band block and bring 30 dancers out in the middle. There's no room in the street. It's already way too crowded, but hey, let's add dancers. So the big band block separates, the dancers come out. We do a 2-minute version of James Bond theme and I Want to Hold Your Hand, both obviously British. And then we make everybody feel like they're the smartest people in the world. They think this is the most ironic, cool, hip thing. The Americans play Rule Britannia. Oh, isn't that amazing? They talked to the parade organizer. How did you get the Americans to play our song? I said, well, I asked them. And then the last tune that we play all together is Land of Hope and Glory, which is something like the Fishes song that's taught to kids in Spain. Land of Hope and Glory students in the United Kingdom learn that in school. It's a World War II song. We know it as Pomp and Circumstance. They have words to it, and they all stand, and it's an amazing thing. Tonight, instead of doing all of that, we're going to just give you a little sampling. I thought since we have 4 bands together, we can't just let this opportunity go to waste. So we'll have about 400 players who don't know each other and don't know the music, and we never practiced before 6:35 tonight. It'll be a miracle. Us band directors just, you know, pray and hope for the best. So now, presenting the combined bands of Sultana High School, the Riverside All-Stars, Riverside King, the RCC Marching Tigers. Let's welcome them onto the field. I didn't mention earlier the age range. We have an 8th grader, a couple of 8th graders, all the way up to, let's call them more mature players. Adults that came to me and said, hey, I'd like to go on the trip and play one time with my kid in the band. So we have a couple of relations, fathers and sons, brothers and sisters, all those kind of things all together. They range from 8th grade all the way up to years old. They're all super nervous. Some have it memorized, some don't. They're going to try to do their best for you. Round of applause for the combined bands of Riverside. Before we say goodnight, just a couple of quick things. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our band directors for their continued support and what they do for music in our area and kids. Over here, Mr. Charles Gray on the bench from Riverside King High School. Right next to him here, this is Oscar Mooring from Riverside Poly High School. Out on the field, raise your hand, Joey Cosentino from Sultana High School. There he is. Staff members who is acting drum major for the trip since our drum major couldn't go. This is Kurt Kilgus up here. Our one and only booster most of the time, Cheryl Laney on the bench right here. Stand up. Cheryl, thank you for everything. And the real boss of all the 30 years and one who does all the work, this is Sheila Locke right here. Stand up. So everybody hears this while it's quiet for a second. Thank you. Whatever you do, don't stop playing music. It doesn't matter what band, what school, for a hobby or whatever, please keep doing that. All the London All-Stars, once we exit, we're going to meet in the end zone. We did talk to you for 5 minutes about our tagging of our equipment tonight because it gets shipped tomorrow. How about a round of applause for all of these talented young people here?